Beyond the veil, do spirits eat, drink, and experience life like we do? Picture this for a second. You just closed your eyes in this world, your heart stopped beating, your body stayed behind, and you keep right on existing. Fully conscious, every memory intact, emotions running high, desperate to hug the people you love. But here's the wild part. Do you still get hungry? Do you crave a glass of wine or that perfect cup of coffee? Do you sit down at a table with friends, laughing, dancing, living a full day the exact same way we do here on Earth? This isn't some Hollywood ghost story or a spooky campfire tale. This is straight from the most famous American mediums of the 20th century, especially the legendary Edgar Cayce, known as the Sleeping Prophet. He slipped into trance more than 14,000 times and delivered jaw-dropping details about what happens after death. Millions still study his readings today, and what he revealed will give you chills. We're diving deep, step by step, so you feel it in your bones. Death isn't the end. It's just a veil, and life keeps going on the other side, but in a completely different way. Stick with me, because after this you'll never look at your lunch or that evening drink the same again. Edgar Cayce was just a regular guy from Kentucky who would lie down, close his eyes, and in deep trance give pinpoint medical diagnoses, predict the future, and describe exactly what the soul experiences after it leaves the body. He wasn't some flashy medium in flowing robes. He was a devout Christian who loved the Bible, yet his readings painted a picture far bigger than clouds and angels. He described the afterlife as layers of consciousness, inner worlds where the soul continues its journey. Right after death, Cayce said, "You don't fall into darkness, you're met, every single time." It could be loved ones who passed before you or spirit guides, souls you've known across many lifetimes. You are never alone. The transition feels as easy as walking through a door. But here comes the first shock. Do spirits eat? Cayce was crystal clear. It depends on the level of vibration you land on. If your earthly life was packed with attachments to food, alcohol, sex, money, or any physical pleasure, you might get stuck in what he called the realm of unfulfilled desires. Think of it like the hungry ghosts from ancient legends, but according to Cayce's precise psychic data. Imagine your soul still remembers the taste of a juicy steak, the smell of fresh coffee, the warm satisfaction after a feast. You can see the food, smell it, but you have no physical body to actually consume it. The craving gnaws at you. The thirst never ends. Satisfaction stays just out of reach. It's not God punishing you. It's the natural result of your own choices, a lesson so the soul finally learns that true happiness is never in the flesh. Many people who lived only for sensory pleasures spend time here in frustration, hovering around the living, trying to latch onto their feelings. Cayce warned, if you leave this life weighed down by heavy desires, the transition drags on. The soul kind of hangs between worlds, and that's exactly why some ghosts show up in our dreams or old houses. They're looking for relief. For most souls who have let go of those chains, everything is different. Cayce mapped the afterlife as a series of levels connected to planetary energies, not the literal planets in space, but states of consciousness. The first level, Mercury, is pure thought, where the soul reviews its entire life like a 3D movie, analyzing every moment. No food here, because there's no need. The soul feeds on knowledge and understanding its mistakes. Next comes Venus, the level of unconditional love where most people arrive. Here you reunite with your soul group, the souls you've traveled with for hundreds of lifetimes, lovers, friends, even people you once called enemies who were actually your greatest teachers. The reunion is electric. You don't hug with arms, you merge with energy. You speak in thoughts. You feel love 1,000,000 times stronger than anything on earth. And here's the key. Life here is full, but it's not material. Spirits don't eat in our sense because there's no hunger. Instead, they feast on creativity, connection, and service. Cayce said souls can still visit Earth, send signs through dreams, whisper advice, and appear as guardian angels. They feel our emotions, celebrate our wins, and ache when we stumble. Food? Only an illusion for those stuck in the lower levels. In the higher realms, it's pure energy, light, and bliss. No meals, yet total satisfaction. Other popular American mediums like Sylvia Browne filled in even more vivid details that perfectly matched Cayce. Browne, who could see the other side since childhood thanks to her spirit guide Francine, described it as a real bustling world, complete with houses, gardens, schools, libraries, and entire cities. Souls there look exactly how they wanted to on Earth, young, beautiful, healthy, full of vitality. They do what they loved: paint, sing, explore the universe. And yes, Browne said there are banquets and food, but not for survival. These are ethereal creations made by thought, purely for joy. You eat your favorite dishes, drink sweet nectar, taste every flavor. But there's no weight, no digestion, no addiction. It's like the best dream you've ever had, only more real. Souls gather for celebrations, listen to music, dance. Life pulses with energy, yet there's no stress, no sickness, no ticking clock. Browne called the other side home, the place we all came from and returned to between lifetimes. There you plan your next life, choose your parents, pick the lessons you need. And it's all done with love, never force. Why does any of this matter so much? Because Cayce and Browne both hammered home the same truth. Earth is school. The way you eat, drink, love, and forgive right now shapes your vibration. Live in fear, greed, or addiction, and you risk getting stuck in that hungry realm. Live in love, service, and meditation, and you sail straight into the light. Cayce gave practical advice. Before death, the soul gets gentle warnings, dreams of loved ones who've passed, a sudden feeling of detachment, an urge to say sorry. A lot of people ignore them, but those who pay attention cross over smoothly. He told stories of people who kept working after death, helping family members, sending messages through mediums. One reading described a woman who met her family on the other side and felt such peace she didn't want to come back, yet she knew her next life would be even better. Let's go deeper. Cayce described the life review. You watch every single action you ever took and feel its exact effect on others like a hyper-real movie. It's not judgment, it's a lesson in love. Then comes choice: stay on the other side as a teacher or return for another round. Souls aren't floating around asleep. They're active, creative, busy. Some become guides, others work in schools, welcoming new arrivals. And the experience of life? It's rich beyond imagination. They feel beauty, flowers, music, colors we can't even picture here. They love, they form friendships, even romantic connections exist, but without jealousy or drama. Drink? Sure, but as pure energy, the nectar of knowledge, the light of love. No hangovers, no overeating, just freedom, the kind we all dream about. People always ask, how can I know this is real? Cayce himself said, through dreams, meditation, intuition. If you've lost someone, talk to them out loud. They hear you. Write them letters, light a candle. They don't eat our bread, but they live on our love. And that's the most powerful thing we can give. Imagine your grandmother on the other side right now, smiling because you're reading this and thinking of her. She isn't hungry, she isn't lonely, she's at peace and she's waiting for you, not anytime soon, but with a big smile. This knowledge changes everything. It wipes out the fear of death and fires you up to live fully right now. Cayce warned, don't put off spiritual growth, meditate, forgive, love deeply, because when you cross over, the only things you take are what's in your heart. Food, money, status, they stay here. Love, wisdom, kindness, they become your eternal feast. The popular mediums like Cayce and Browne didn't just tell stories, they handed us a map, and millions of people who read their books have healed their grief and found real meaning. You can too. Share this with friends who are hurting. Ask yourself, how do I want to spend my afterlife day? Stuck in the frustration of old cravings or swimming in an ocean of love? And one last thing Cayce would probably say, life and death are one continuous flow. The veil is thinner than you think. You're already touching the other side every time you love with all your heart. So live as if tomorrow is the crossing, because when it comes, you won't be asking, is there food over there? You'll already know there's everything the soul truly craves. Peace, joy, eternal embrace. And this isn't the end of the story. It's only the beginning of your forever adventure. Thank you for listening all the way through. If this touched you, drop a comment, share it with someone who needs it. Together, we lift the veil. See you soon, either here or there. With love.